I don't know. I get a kick out of watching people turn small situations into something big. It might be like a shoplifter or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
or a domestic situation. And a lot of times, no disrespect to the women, but a lot of times women feel like they could get away with a lot more because they feel
Mm-hmm.
they be spitting in the cop's face or punching the cop, and then next thing you know, you got assault on the cop. You know,
Yeah.
I
so
think too, you just touched on something because we, especially when dealing with police, a lot of times we'll escalate the situation way worse than it has to be,
Mm-hmm.
and that comes from our fear of what could happen with dealing with police. But we have to also understand that that cop in that uniform might have his own preconceived, his thoughts on what you are as a black person, and you might be amplifying those thoughts the minute you escalate it. You know what I mean? So now
right,
he's on edge, and
right,
that's never going to end well. Now he wants to play the power role, and now you're trying. Now we just going. We're doing this,
right,
and it's because nobody's really. It's because everybody's scared. They're scared of, you know what I'm saying, what they think you are as a black person. You're scared of what they can do as police, and now there's no backing down. And we
right.
do that to ourselves a lot of times. I was actually in a car one time with a girl, to your point, Sue, about women escalating it. And we were pulled over, and I'm trying to talk to the cop, and she's in the passenger side going like, no, but why? Would you stop? Like,
No.
like he's he's looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something
Yeah,
happened, I would be the one that gets.
Well, I
Oh
need to
God.
speak up though, because a
I'm
lot
not
of
saying all women
times,
do that. I'm just saying that
y'all, a lot of
that
times,
happens.
men, y'all have these egos and want to start having these pissing contests, and now all of a sudden, now it becomes, well, you can't. You want to show whose thing is bigger, and it's just ridiculous.
But that's what
I
I'm just
watched
talking
one of
about.
those
I'm talking about
videos
like
too.
right.
there's a
A lot
level
of
of fear
y'all,
from the cop side and from the
I
I don't
don't
want to say
know.
perpetrator, but from the other party side too. And both parties are scared of
I
each
agree
other.
with
And
you. Yeah, I agree with you on the fear part, but there is
but
also
you
a
interpret that as
lot
a
of
pissing contest.
situations.
You interpret that as like we're gonna see
No,
who's
but
going back down for
it's
it.
not
It's not
always
necessarily that.
fear though. B. It's not always fear. A lot of times it's just flat out ego,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
gotta
going
agree
to
with that
be,
though.
I'm going to show you
Mm-hmm.
who's the bigger man here. You ain't going to talk to me like
Talking.
that. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot
Yeah,
of
I think
times
that
all of that
comes
is
from
not
right.
okay.
Good.
All right.
fear.
No,
All
you're
right.
right, B.
Because
She
think
right,
about
B.
it.
I think yeah, she right. Because I
fear,
think
fear does not always manifest itself as ego driven pissing contests. Okay. Fear sometimes manifests itself as backing down and cowering into a corner and yes sir, no sir. Sometimes it's
yeah,
just
she's
ego.
right.
Yeah.
It's
There are
just
some
ego.
men who
It's just
really do that.
this cop is an asshole, so I'm gonna be an asshole, and now we're gonna see who's all gonna be the biggest assholes here,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're gonna butt heads, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Right.
And to be fair, women do this. There are a lot of women who do the same thing too. They
Mm-hmm.
start feeling their egos, and they start feeling like, well, I'm going to talk to you crazy, and and there's many times when you look at it, there's really no need for it because there's a lot of times where the cop is not even not
When he
turning
turned
up,
up like that.
not escalating, not being disrespectful. He's being real calm. As a matter of fact, I was watching something night before last or something like that, and the cop is just like being real, just chill, real calm, and this lady is just going off. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she just was batshit crazy to me,
No,
but
there's a
it's just
lot of video like that. I
Yeah.
see more of that with women nowadays than men. But I think men understand the repercussions are a little bit more, and women get away with a little bit more. Cops will let a woman get away with a little bit more. But I will say this: they don't. I will say this: they don't let the black women get away with as much as the white women. I've seen some
Right.
stuff white women have done
It's true.
for
Yeah.
black women. They will slam you on your
Yeah.
head.
Oh yes.
A lot of cops will slam a black woman on their head
Yep.
quickly, or they'll tase you or mace you a
Mm-hmm.
lot quicker. But
Yep.
just in general, like you said, to your point, there's a lot of times the cops, and I say this, like I be looking at cops and I'm like, I actually I actually feel for a lot of cops too, because I think a lot of times the popular attitude is to be like, "Oh, cops are this and cops are bad," and most cops I think are good, and I think most cops are just regular people trying to do their job. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Right.
make a lot of money either. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they go through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with people. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to give you a ticket. I do not want to be like, if I was a cop, I'd be like, yo, I'm just trying to give you this ticket. Just shut the fuck up and take this ticket and get
Right.
out of here. I don't want to argue with you. But
Right.
why you putting me over? It's like, yo, you're doing too much. And then
Right.
then there's a part of me that's like, I couldn't be a cop because I probably would whoop your ass. I'm just being honest.
Like,
Though.
oops, the body camera's off. What
Yeah.
happened?
Oh, right.
Right.
Gina, you ever yell at a cop?
Huh?
You, I said, you ever curse out a cop?
No.
No, I
I've
know that's
never
not your
cursed out a
style.
cop. No. No, I'm like really cautious, if I'm ever pulled over or whatever. And I'll just to lead back to what everyone was kind of saying, like, even as a mom of a young black young male, like from him growing up, it's like instilled in us, like, okay, if a cop pulls you over, you better stay still, keep your hand on the wheel and don't move, wait till they come. It's just so much that we as a people have to go through compared to white people. They're not growing
Yeah.
up thinking about that or being taught that by their mom. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a
it's
different
just a
talk we have to
whole
give our
different.
kids than what they have to get theirs.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
definitely. And it's awful that we have to go through that, and it's just the cycle just has not stopped with that. It's never gonna stop. It's just
Well,
never gonna stop.
let me ask y'all. Do y'all think even and this is to pivot this conversation out even more? Um, do y'all think that even cops that look like y'all, cops that look like us, do they even deal with black people harsher? Is there something that you feel that you know, people that cops feel when they dealing with the public? Is there something that they feel like, okay, th- is there like a defense that they feel like, oh, this black person is going to be more defensive towards me as a cop, so I got to turn it up on them even a little bit more? Or do you feel like,
It just
not,
depends,
Ooh,
honestly.
I,
that's a tricky
I've
one.
I
encountered
think there
some.
are some like that. It depends on the
Yeah,
individual, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because you got people who, you know what I mean, like, some, you got some cops who are like, you're a cop now, but you got like bullied in high school and picked on, and now you're, you know what I mean, like, now that you're in a position of power, now you don't, you know what I mean, you might try to take that out on people. So it depends, and not everyone's like that. I'm just saying that there are people
right.
who take advantage, or they'll see somebody else and like and kind of now they have extra aggression where
Hmm.
it's not warranted. So that does happen,
yeah.
unfortunately. But yeah, it happens. But not all of them are like that.
Not necessarily.
Hmm.